Guys, do you still remember Umnisi when he asked about the definition of what is science? Do you still remember what Umnisi says? Science defines process where accuracy and precision combine, where they get experimented. Oh, it's an excellency of these two, right? So today we are listening to Mabasa fumbling the case yet again. They speak about the fact that the software it changes the address. Then right there, it changes the identity of the pictures. Right there, we have a conversation to deliberate upon when it comes to the actual pictures, right? The software itself. It means that there's a problem with the software. The software that they are using is very much corrupt. It should not be used. It should not be legalized because it creates an opportunity or a window for people to manipulate the software and claim that it is the manipulation was done by the software because the software does not keep the original information. Remember, I'm listening to him arguing that. We're going to talk about the issue of the Samsung GT what. I googled that thing and he kept saying that they were using selfies, and I said to myself, how do you use selfie in this picture, in this phone? Guys, I'm not that old, but I did live in an era where smartphones were being introduced or integrated. And so as I lived in that era where we were starting to use our smartphones, guys, no. We never used to take selfies. We used to ask people to take pictures for us. Remember, our smartphone, guys, it's not something that has been there for a while. It's something that started happening recently. So to those who were born even in the 90s, man, guys, 90s, because my smartphone, basically, they started being implemented in the early 2000s. That's when they went hard on smartphones to a point what it is today, where our lives evolve around phones. If you were talking about that in the context of today's language, I will simply agree because today we take selfies, but back in the days, guys, there was no taking of selfies. People will ask other people to take pictures. So I'm surprised that even then he just does miss the point. He misses the point to the core. And I'm saying to myself, we're supposed to get a person that is credible, a witness that is credible, a witness that is supposed to come here as an expert, give us expert knowledge. But come on, you can easily challenge him even if you are not an expert. It's just so weird that we have got people like this who simply misses the point to the core. And I'm just wondering to myself, how many of these do we have? Huh? Hey, but nonetheless, I want us to start listen to his version back in the days where he was asked the very same question. He said this:
the information contained in the XRY file was as follows: a Samsung GTE2220. The number was 072-766-8169. The IMEI number was 3597960502979902. IMSI was 655012249151373. And the memory card that belongs to Ntobisi Gadla Nube. It was brought to us as a suspect person linked to Force Lara's case 63.
So you notice that he gave a description of a different phone back in the days, but now he's giving a description of a different phone. You know what? I find it very weird and odd at the same time. But nonetheless, when we started today, the state asked him to withdraw the words or retract the word hired gun, and the minister stood his ground and said, nope. Even the judge, by the way, agreed with the minister that those words have been used legally. To suggest that those words are used illegally, it is, look, it is untrue. The state asked him to retract the word or the allegation that they tampered with evidence. Nisi says, you know what, over my dead body, man, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the adjournment and all the stuff. Something worth noting there is that Advocate Nisi then stood up and said, listen, guys, I'm against this. Look, it's my first time to see such lack of professionalism. Ever since I've been practicing, I've never seen such a lack of practicing, right? So then today, the phone that he said was used when asked by Advocate Mnisi, it says, you therefore will not say that this was a selfie unless you know the type of a phone Mr. Mngube used. Mabasa, correct. Mr. Mngube will tell this court that all the material times used Samsung GTE 2220. That phone does not take a selfie, guys. That phone does not take a selfie. It does not make or take selfies. You cannot dispute that that he used that phone. My lord, I cannot dispute. This picture was from a memory card. But you have already identified the picture as a selfie. That's sorry guys, that's the problem. That's a problem. You know, I'm listening to this man and I'm saying to myself, Yabona, the state wherever they are, they regret this. But Omnisi is now taking us into the report, the actual report. He's saying that he's gonna when they come back from lunch, they will be taking us into this report. You know, I'm using Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. I have a right to say there's a selfie there. To a person that is using Samsung GTE2220, they have no right to say they are taking selfies. How do you take a selfie there? I mean, that's a world of difference. A world of difference. And yet, we've got people coming in court to tell us that Mngube took a selfie, and we're supposed to believe them anyway. You know, it's such a weird space. It's such a weird time. Okay, let's go back to the issue of the software itself that was used. You know, I've got a problem with the fact that the software that is used in this case cannot keep the information, because the software acts as a meekly thing. It's the memory card, it's the software, let's say it's the memory card where the information is downloaded. The meekly part is the software. Thirdly, it is wherever it is transferred to. Let's say it's transferred to a computer. So what stands in the middle is the software. The problem that we have to ask is, the software doesn't maintain the originality of the information from the memory card to the computer where it's downloaded to, or to another memory card where it's downloaded to, or memory stick where it's downloaded to, or wherever the destination, or wherever the holding, or wherever is downloaded to. The problem that I have is that it cannot keep the original data, yet we are made to believe that this software or this app or application can be trusted. That's where my problem starts with this whole thing. This then creates a space or a vacuum where they can manipulate pictures and say, no, it's the software that manipulates the pictures. I'm surprised that we use such an information or such an app, such a system in complex matters such as the one of Senzo Mayiwa trial. In fact, any case, it's a complex thing to come to court and testify, and now they are using information that does not reflect accuracy, where the information was downloaded to where it came from to where it was saved. It distorts the originality. I've got a problem with that. Then you come to the phones, Samsung GTE2220. You then say to yourself, if this is the case, if the app, if this accused uses this Samsung GT what, the question that arises from there is, How do you then say he took a selfie? Because if you were to take a selfie with the Samsung GTE 2220, that selfie will not be accurate. It cannot be a good picture. I'm telling you why. Because you yourself, do me a favor at home, even though your phone is proper. Some of you are using iPhone, some of you are using Samsung, like the phones that I'm using now. Even if you are using that, just use the back camera, right? And you're gonna tell me the outcome. You will never get a product. You never get an accurate thing. I'm showing you this example. When you talk about selfies, right? I wish I could demonstrate this whilst I'm here. In fact, let me just go get my camera, my phone. I wanna take a picture of this. You will notice that for me to record myself sitting here, I have to rely on the camera that I'm using now. It has got this thing that where it flips, so I can see myself right now on this camera here. So because I can see myself here, right, I can now position myself very well. So think about it in a phone where you don't see yourself, so you can't position yourself. That picture cannot be accurate. I'm telling you, that picture cannot be accurate. It's always gonna be on the side. Yeah, well, because there's nothing that reflects your positioning at that time. You are just thinking, hoping, and wishing that you are either at the center or at least you can appear properly. So that the idea that he took a selfie from that does not make sense at all. There was no selfie that was taken in this thing. There was no selfie at all. So no. It's a problem when you find a person that works in a cyber crimes like a unit, but they do not know simple things, the name of gadgets like this. When you tell them that, for instance, there's a ThinkPad laptops or Lenovo ThinkPad. You've got two versions. You've got the original one and the other one. You will notice even the design, right? It's completely different. You see how small this one is. The other one, which is not the original, is not as small as this is the original laptop, like original ThinkPad. There's another one that is still Lenovo ThinkPad, but it's not. It's Lenovo, but it's not the original. This is the original one. So I'm surprised that you wouldn't know that. I'll give an example. As a person that uses the phone that I'm using now, because I love technology, and one of the reasons why I use these phones is simply because I record, I take pictures, I go to internet. So imagine talking to a person who's technology savvy like me, who does not know the difference between iPhone 16 Pro Max versus Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, but I claim to be a technology savvy. Imagine speaking to a gamer that does not understand how to game, but you are a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Imagine speaking to such people. Imagine speaking to a woman who claims to love cooking, but they don't know the spices. You know what I'm saying? The name of spices. Imagine talking to a woman who does not know what type of a spice or the different kinds of spice and what she wants, but she claims to love cooking, to have been cooking all the days of her life. She loves it. Just imagine a driver claiming to drive to be the best driver, who always drives cars, but they don't know the difference between a 5-speed, a 4-speed, and a 6-speed. Do you see where I'm going with this thing? Imagine a situation where you have a lawyer who does not know the law, but a lawyer who cannot quote even a single law or act in the law, but you are a lawyer. It just doesn't make sense. There's more that should be questioned about the current witness. I think he has brought the name of the South African Police Service into disrepute, but we do know that there's nothing that's going to happen to them. They seem to have secured their future anyway. They even get promotions. But in general, I will argue that there need to be some consequences to all the police officers who came to testify on the Senzo Mabasa trial, because they have brought the name of the South African Police Service into disrepute. How about you? I need you to get into the comment section below. I need you to tell me your thought and your opinion about it. We are now moving into the medical report. I just want to know what the medical report is going to say. I can't wait. But umnisi ute, we should wait until until lunchtime. Lunchtime, we're gonna be getting that. It's gonna be late. It is already late, but it's gonna be more later than what it is now. Now it's late, but it's gonna be later.